yesterday, none other than Kevin Stefanski pretty much saying Shedeur Sanders has not been getting first-team reps because Dillon Gabriel is a rookie quarterback and he needs pretty much a majority of all the damn reps. That was his answer to why Shedeur Sanders has not been getting first-team reps. Now today, we got Tommy Rees, the offensive coordinator, kind of doubling down on these comments in regards to Shedeur Sanders not getting reps.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Cleveland's quarterback room has officially become a circus. Tommy Rees stepped up to the MIC and went off after questions about Shedeur Sanders being left out of first-team representatives, and fans can't believe how honest he was. Things are getting messy behind the scenes, and Tommy just made it even hotter. Do you think Shedeur is being treated right in Cleveland? Tell me below. Cleveland keeps proving one thing. There's never a calm week in that locker room. Yesterday, Kevin Stefanski tried to cool things down by saying Shedeur Sanders hasn't been getting first-team representatives because Dillon Gabriel is a rookie and needs all the representatives. Somehow that explanation only annoyed people more. Today, offensive coordinator Tommy Rees talked to reporters, and wow, he didn't hold back at all.
In tough weather conditions and everything.
Yeah, I think it starts with taking care of the football. The difference in that game and that weather was our ability to have great ball security. Starts with the quarterback in the center and the exchanges. I thought all of our skilled players, the guys that were handling the ball, did a great job of taking great pride in that. And that was the difference in the game, really, at the end of it, right? You look at numbers and all that, it's equal, and then you look at the turnover battle, and our defense and special teams forced a bunch, and our guys were able to take care of it, and we could capitalize on two of them. But for Dillon individually to manage the game, tough conditions, especially there early, to have, there's some plays there that he's probably not throwing it because you get a ball that's wet and he made the right decision to take care of it. So whether it was extending plays with his legs, with, scrambling, and but proud of him in that manner. It's not an easy situation in your third start to play in that first half environment, but his ability to continue to make good decisions.
Rees basically backed up Stefanski's comments, but he added sarcasm and quiet frustration that showed real tension building. When they asked about Dillon's play in those ugly weather games, Rees gave him every compliment possible. Protects the ball, makes smart choices, and manages the game. You could almost see an angel halo over Dillon's head. But when Shedeur's name came up, suddenly Rees talked about unique challenges, limited representatives, and new ways to develop both rookies. Translation: we're guessing as we go. And that's why fans are frustrated. Because honestly, the rookie needs more representatives excuse makes no sense when both guys are rookies. You can't say Gabriel should get every rep just because he's new when Shedeur is also new. They're in the same situation, but somehow only one gets a real chance.
Your experience with White last year?
Yeah, really positive. Obviously, he was in the tight end room there for the first couple months he was here, and he and I bonded. Really, probably when we were at the Greenbrier, we were in the same office for the whole time there, and really connected. I think we see the game in a similar light. There's some mutual people we both worked with or know that probably helped, form that bond. But really appreciative of his guidance, and still a young coach, and he's been in the league for a long time, both as a player and coach. So for myself to be around him was really positive, and happy for him and where he's at now, and excited to see him. Texted with him a few times this week, and throughout the season we've kept in touch. So really think highly of Rees, and excited to coach against him.
When Tommy was asked about Shedeur's development plan, he gave a super vague answer. We have to be creative with how we create extra representatives. We're doing walkthrough representatives, learning chances, and using all our resources. That's just coach talk for his not getting on the field. Walkthrough representatives. That's like saying you work out by walking past a gym. It's not development. It's damage control. And what stood out was Tommy's tone. He wasn't angry, but he sounded tired. You could tell he was sick of getting asked about Shedeur, but also annoyed at how the situation appears. No matter how they explain it, it looks bad. Think about it. Shedeur Sanders is a huge name from college football. His jersey sales are crazy, his social media numbers are massive, and his name brings attention everywhere. But he still can't get one first-team rep. Fans don't believe it, and honestly neither do many players. Behind closed doors, they see what's happening. Gabriel gets every rep while Shedeur barely touches the ball. That's not competition. That's favoritism. And Tommy Rees, whether he meant to or not, exposed that.
Unusual to have two quarterbacks that were rookies. One of them.
Yeah.
Can you explain
challenge it is to develop two rookie quarterbacks at the same time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, especially when you're getting one, you got to get a rookie ready to play in the games, help your team, and then you want to continue to develop so everyone's a snap away. So we're all hands on deck. I would say it's a total group effort. Kevin, myself, Musgrave, it's all hands on deck to try to make sure both are ready to play. You have to maximize opportunities, even if there aren't a ton of reps to go around. You got to be creative with how you create some extra reps, specifically to get Shedeur ready if you can't get a bunch of reps there. So the good news is both guys are bought in and doing a good job of working hard and understanding how important those opportunities are, to be ready for the team. So it is a unique situation. I don't know how many times it's probably happened, but probably not a lot. And we have the right two guys mentally right now in their demeanor and how they're prepping and how they're coming to work every day. I think we've put together a good plan, starting with Kevin and then pouring through the rest of the staff to make sure that those guys feel prepared to go play on Sunday.
To be fair, Rees tried to sound polite at times. He said both quarterbacks were bought in, that they were mentally ready, and that they understood the plan. But if you listened closely, you could hear the frustration in his voice. He said it's rare to develop two rookie quarterbacks at the same time. And he's right. It's not normal. Usually one rookie plays while the other watches and learns. But this situation isn't normal. You've got Shedeur Sanders, a player trained by Deion Sanders since he was a kid. He's been in the spotlight for years, handled pressure, played at Colorado, and performed in big moments. Then you've got Dillon Gabriel. Good player, great college career, but nowhere near the same spotlight.
That you're getting Shedeur ready to play because we heard yesterday that Dillon's getting all the reps now.
Yep.
We know about the post practice and stuff like that, but is there anything maybe during the week that you guys are doing that we don't know that's some kind of unique to make sure that he's ready to play as well?
Yeah, I'd rather keep probably those in-house, just some of the tactics there. But, there's a lot of walkthrough reps that go around. There's a lot of learning opportunities that go around. There's reps built into practice that are still game plan reps that might not be with the first group all the time. So definitely using all the resources we have to make sure that we maximize them.
So why is Shedeur the one standing on the sidelines? Because Cleveland once again doesn't know how to handle star power. Every time they get a player with a big personality, it turns into drama. Baker Mayfield drama. OBJ drama. And now Shedeur Sanders, the pattern continues. And Rees, even if he won't admit it, knows this whole thing is a ticking time bomb. When a reporter asked how they're keeping Shedeur ready without representatives, Rees' answer almost sounded like a joke. We have to be creative. We're using walkthroughs and special tactics. That's like saying you're teaching someone to swim by explaining water. You can't prepare an NFL quarterback with creativity alone. You have to let him play. You have to give him representatives with the starters so he learns timing, chemistry, and rhythm. You can't fake that from the sideline. And Rees knows it, which is why he sounded more like a frustrated teacher than a confident coach.
In terms of helping both of those guys, with what they need.
Yeah, he's played in this league. He's been around, some really good players and has a wealth of knowledge. I think he's been fundamental in the opportunities where he can kind of offer some guidance, offer some thoughts. And I'd also say Deshaun's been great and he's played a long time and his relationship with Dillon's really been positive. He goes out of his way to help him talk through some coverages, talk through things that he sees. And I think both Bailey and Deshaun, just the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs of playing the position in this league and what comes with it. I think as much as anything, those guys help two young players manage the day-to-day of being an NFL quarterback. Both guys that have played at early points in their career. And I think their perspective and guidance on that is really important.
He also mentioned Deshaun Watson and backup Bailey helping the two young quarterbacks deal with the ups and downs of the NFL. That's fine, but honestly, advice only goes so far. Shedeur doesn't need pep talks. He needs snaps. And the fact that Rees admitted it's hard to get both guys ready says everything. It's not that Shedeur isn't ready, it's that they aren't giving him the chance to show he is. Fans are noticing. Even local reporters are hinting that the coaching staff might be playing politics. Because when a player like Shedeur brings this much attention, you can't ignore him unless you're trying to.